Hi everyone, it's Denise Brown from the Caregiving Years Training Academy. Thanks so much for joining us today. As you know, on a regular basis, I've been introducing you to the presenters of our very special event, which happens August 3rd through August 7th. Our Beginning Again virtual retreat connects you to support as you're adjusting to life after your family member's death. And I'm delighted to have one of our presenters join us today. Hi Gina, how are you?
Hi, glad to be here. Thank you, Denise.
Gina is one of our certified caregiving consultants and educators, and she's going to walk us through healing when we haven't been able to say the goodbye that we really wish for during our family members' last moments. And I think what's so helpful about the timing of our retreat is that it directly correlates with what we're experiencing because of the pandemic. Everything has changed around the rituals around death and how we grieve and how we receive closure. So Gina, you're really going to help us with that part, closure, that we all so desperately want. We want to move forward with peaceful memories. Tell us a little bit about what you'll help us with as it relates to healing.
Yeah, my goal is to help people that may not have gotten to say the final goodbye or the final goodbye that they wanted to have peace with that and move on. Because whether it's an issue where you were estranged from someone, whether it's an accident, whether it's distance, or something like COVID-19 now where people can't be with their loved ones, there's still a way to help move beyond it. Um, but I hate that term move beyond. And that's something that we'll talk about during the whole retreat, that it becomes part of you. Obviously, someone that you loved is part of you. So we never want to shut that out or put a lid on it. But the idea is how to take that memory with us in a good, positive way.
Yeah, we're really focused on how do we live with our grief? And we know that our grief is really for the rest of our life. There is not a time when we think, oh, I don't miss my family member any longer. So the goal is to create an opportunity to receive coping strategies. And something that you've talked about, which is that maybe our goodbye wasn't what we wanted. It's also really around our peace of mind as it relates to our goodbyes. And sometimes what we really want during a caregiving experience, as well as after, is peace of mind. How would you define and describe peace of mind?
Oh, that is the best question. To me, peace of mind is not having that punch in the gut when you think about somebody. And it's that punch is always, or that pain is unresolved issue, the pit in your stomach when you think of someone, having to call someone that you just, there's something there that wasn't resolved. And sometimes it's like, can I deal with that in my day today? And sometimes you can't, but then the pit stays there.
Okay, Gina, thank you. That just helped me with so much. Okay, I love this definition of peace of mind, which is really about our own personal resolution
Yeah.
around a situation, a relationship, or even our actions. Because oftentimes we think, did I do enough? Could I have done more? The reality is we do enough. We just don't give ourselves that grace around doing enough. Gina, why is this an important event for you to be a part of?
For so many reasons. One is the timing of it, because it's in the forefront that more people are losing loved ones. But more than that, it's just something that's not addressed. There are grief groups out there for people that have lost loved ones, where typically you would go to a hospital or some sort of house of worship to do that. We don't always have those options now. So it's important to have a retreat where we can all come together.
And part of grieving too is not just the person that we lost, but it's also grieving around an experience like caregiving that was this prominent part of our life. And we have these voids after caregiving ends. And we're going to talk about tying up loose ends, for instance, and really figuring out our next steps in life. And hopefully, as a result of the retreat, our attendees will know that they have a next step. There is another beginning for them, that there is something significant that has happened to them, and there's more significant, meaningful moments for them in their life.
Yes.
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 So tell us about something that's meaningful for you because of caregiving that has changed your life.
Caregiving for me, it's added a depth that wasn't there before because so much of our lives are about the busyness of the day, doing what needs to be done, whether it's working or going to the store, taking care of children. And when caregiving arrives at your doorstep, it just puts a stop to so many things. And you really learn to prioritize what's important, what can go by the wayside, and what has to be front and center. And of course, the crux of caregiving is someone needs our help, they need our care. They generally can't care for themselves in a way that we can. And so that makes it priority one. Not that our own care doesn't get up there too, but it changes our priorities and it really helps us focus on what's important. And generally, all the busyness of life is not so important. It just seems important at the moment.
Yeah, I love that. And what a great insight about someone needing us so significantly. And that's one of the voids after caregiving ends, is that that need changes. And so now we're trying to figure out, okay, who am I as I move forward? Because the needs in my life have changed.
And
This
with
was,
caregiving, not every part of caregiving is joyous. We would like to think it would be. Oh, I'm so glad that I can be here to help take care of mom or dad as they age. But that's not all positive. And when there's a passing, there are sometimes some unresolved issues that go along with that as well. And we want to help that.
okay, this is awesome. Gina, I am so looking forward to your event, which is part of our virtual retreat, Beginning Again. We're going to help you start again, which takes place August 3rd through 7th. And Gina, for our viewers and listeners who'd like to be in touch with you, how can they reach you?
The easiest way is through a website, new website I got up called clarifysuccess.com. And I'll just share about that as I work through my naming. I really do want to help people reframe what success means to them, because the typical thing is, oh, success is about money and a nice car, a nice house. Sometimes success around caregiving is getting through the day without screaming or crying or going to the bathroom and just closing the door and saying, I can't deal with this. And when we reframe what success means to each of us, sometimes it is just to bring a smile to our caree's face during the day, right? Sometimes it's finding a little nugget in a memory that's lost somehow in dementia. When we reframe what Clarify Success means to us, it can change the way we feel as well as how we caregive.
I love that, because you know what, sometimes our definition of success is about this idea we must be perfect. And really and truly we are imperfect. We are human beings, and connecting to that humanity is what makes us successful. And I
Correct.
love that. I love that. Thank you so much, Gina. This was great.
Thank you.
Thanks everybody so much for watching and listening. I'm Denise Brown. Be sure to go to careyearsacademy.com/retreat to register to join us. Scholarships are available. We are recording all of our workshops, so if you can't make them, no worries. You can watch them when it's convenient. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.